Alright, what's going on, guys? Try back again. Here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video review for the third episode of the Gotham television series. This one will be Season 1, Episode 3, which was called Balloonman. Alright, so for this one I'll keep my review fairly short because I don't have too much to say about the episode. I thought it was a fun episode. I think the series has gotten off to a really good start. And a few things to kind of mention. The villain in this one was a little bit strange, the Balloonman. Let's see, the guy's name was Davis Lamond. He kind of wore a mask that looked like a Batman villain named Professor Pig, so I don't know what that was all about, but he didn't behave like him in any way, shape, or form. Like he didn't act like him. He didn't do what that comic book character does. So is he a different character? Is he supposed to be an origin story of him? I don't. I don't know. The name is different and everything like that. So maybe totally unrelated, just kind of something they threw in there to kind of, I guess, add to it. So the whole idea with the balloon thing, I don't know how I feel about it. It's a little bit weird. I don't know. The one thing I thought was cool is that it kind of reminded me of like Batman 1989, where you had like the Joker and he has his balloons everywhere and stuff, and you've got them, floating on up and everything like that. It kind of reminded me a little bit of that with this villain. I didn't think he was as exciting as last week's, which is the Selina Kyle, where they had the doll maker's kidnapping ring, so to speak. But he was okay. I mean, it was fun to see once he, was able to handcuff people to them, what would happen. They would just kind of, float on up, which was kind of funny. And it was shot well. It looked good. It's just a weird way to kill somebody. It's a weird villain choice, so to speak, of how to work. I mean, a gun would be a lot more effective, I would think, don't you think? So, I don't know, maybe the theatrics, I guess. Batman and some of the movies all about theatrics and all that. So it makes sense, I guess, with when you think of it like that. So there's that. Decent villain, not too bad. Now, in terms of the other characters in the story, the development I thought was the best in this episode had to be for Oswald Cobblepot, the actor who plays the Penguin. Yet again, he does an awesome job, and this week it was the same again. Most exciting part of the episode for me would be the end when Oswald shows up at Gordon's door, basically at his front door, so to show that he's there, and obviously want to have some kind of conversation with him or something. So I liked everything they did with him. I thought that, as a villain, he's really scary and the best on-screen interpretation of the Penguin I think we've seen so far. Definitely better than the Danny DeVito, Batman Returns Penguin, I think, already. From what we've seen, I like him more, and I think he's more relatable. And he's more understandable, too. You can kind of understand where he's coming from because he's so, he's kind of off, and people don't treat him well as a result. So, yeah, there's that. The stuff with Gordon this week and Bullock was good. Same as always. The stuff with Bruce, there was a little bit thrown in there, but not too much. And then we had the stuff with Barbara Gordon, or Barbara Keene, I guess, who eventually would marry Gordon at some point. The stuff they're doing with her, I don't know how I feel about it. It's kind of like, it's kind of a little too soap opera-ish for me, that there's some kind of conspiracy going on with her and everything, and possibly, another relationship with a female, which is weird, or something going on there. I don't know. Then the other girl is also on the police force, and she's kind of investigating Gordon anyway, suspecting him of killing Cobblepot, when we know, of course, that he's still alive, and as he does now, too, as well. So, yeah, in terms of score, I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. I thought it was fun. It was decent, but it wasn't earth-shattering. It was just a decent episode. Next week's episode is called Arkham, so hopefully that will be even better. Let me know what you guys think of the series at this point. That's pretty much all I can say for this one. Penguin's awesome. Gordon's cool. The rest of the characters are great. With the exception of maybe the Barbara character, who I'm not really liking too much at this point. I just think it's too soap opera-ish. Anyway, 8 out of 10 for this week's episode. Let me know what you guys thought about it. If you like this quick little review, please thumb it up below. If you want to help support the channel, please share it, please favorite it. And that's it for this video, guys. See you for the next one. It's Trav, as always, saying peace.